Hello, hello. It is good to see you. Welcome to Yoga with Paige, or welcome back if we are longtime friends. Today, I wanted to share 10 yoga poses that you should be doing every day, no matter your practitioner level. Whether you're a beginner, you're just starting out, maybe you have never tried yoga before, or maybe you're super advanced in your practice. These are 10 poses, beginner friendly, that you should be doing every day to wake up the body, open it up, loosen those tight muscles, and it will also help you with your mind. It'll rejuvenate your mind, kind of calm down the nervous system, give you a chance to reconnect back in with yourself. So we're going to get started whenever you're ready in an easy seat, and we will go through the 10 postures that I believe would benefit you from doing them daily. So beginning in easy seat, crisscross applesauce is how I learned it when I was a kid. So feet crossed at the ankles. We're just sitting up nice and tall. It's nice to start your practices with a few breaths of just presence. So maybe a minute or so of just allowing yourself to come into the practice, realize that you are on the mat, you're not still at work, you're not yet fulfilling your responsibilities, you're here, you're just with yourself. And you can maybe find a little gratitude for that. A little bit of presence can go a long way. So just take a few breaths if you haven't already. Just kind of let the mind go. Notice how the breath feels in the body. And if you found your eyes naturally closing, you can blink them back open. And we're taking our first posture, number 1, a little side stretch. So we want to make sure the body's warmed up. A gentle little side stretch is a good way to find length in the side body. So reaching your left arm overhead. We want to keep the chest nice and lifted, spiraled open to the front of the room. Just trying to reach as far as you can, really opening up by the sides of the ribs, the sides of the obliques. And we want to, of course, make sure that we balance out both sides. So sweep the right arm overhead. Make sure you get a nice little stretch on both sides there. Big, loving breath. And then release back up to a nice neutral spine. We'll take our second posture, a little seated spinal twist. A lot of twisting in yoga. It's super, super beneficial for the body. So our first twist is a seated one. So just gently take your left hand to your right knee. Take the right arm behind you as you find a gentle little twist. So we're not forcing or wrenching ourselves here. Just a little twist as far as you can go that feels good, with your bum still situated on the mat, taking your gaze with your twist, getting a nice little stretch in the neck as well. Finding length through the spine on the inhales, and maybe just twisting a little bit more on the exhales. Returning back through center and switching sides. So inhale, lift up, and exhale, twist. Working through the internal organs, aiding your digestion as well. Beautiful. And on your next breath, return back to center. Uncross the legs and gently come onto the knees. So scoot to the middle of the mat, coming into a nice neutral spine first. Tabletop pose. We want the knees underneath the hips, the shoulders, the wrists underneath the shoulders, Really spread wide between your fingers. Grip the mat space there and ground down through the tops of the feet. So we want a nice neutral spine first, and then we come into our third posture, cat-cow. We're just going to stick them together. So inhale for cow, drop the belly, lift the chest and the gaze, send the tailbone up, really exaggerating. And on your exhale, press away from the mat to round through the back, tucking the tailbone in, letting the chin tuck in towards the chest. So begin to move with your breath here on your inhale. Take the gaze up. And on the exhale, round through the back. Finding about 2 more rounds here at your own pace. Really helping to mobilize through the spine. This is a great warm-up for any practice. And we meet back in a nice neutral spine, tabletop. Coming into our fourth posture, thread the needle, ground down through this right hand, and on your next inhale, peel the left fingertips up. Let them travel up the right arm, reach for the sky, big inhale. And on your exhale, thread this left arm underneath the right, coming to lie down on the left shoulder, the left ear. Our second twist of the day. Just finding some nice space in the back. And then exhale to press through the right hand, and then inhale, reach the left arm up again, and finish it out. Making sure we do both sides. Your next inhale, peel the right hand, arm up, reach for the sky, and then exhale, thread the needle. Maybe we're already feeling nice and warmed up. Almost halfway through our postures. Exhale, press up. Inhale, reach. And plant the hand. Coming back through our tabletop before sending the hips back, taking the big toes together, coming into child pose. So send the hips down, they kind of rest on the heels, and then reach the hands out as you melt the heart center down towards the mat. This is such a beautiful resting pose. It fosters so much connection as we really just hold ourselves in this loving little embrace, really grounding close to the earth, and a beautiful, nice stretch for the lower back. Find one more big breath here. And then inhale, raise the chest, coming out of our fifth posture into our sixth downward facing dog. So lift the hips, tuck the toes, and then press through the hands to send the hips up. So begin to bend the knees, especially if we haven't moved a lot today yet. So we want to keep the big toes together, press through the hands, and we can keep a bend in the knees if we need to, if our hips are a little tight. So we want our hips up towards the sky. So if we can't get them here with straight legs, help your pelvis tilt itself by bending the knees a little bit so you can reach the hips up towards the sky. Trying to send the chest towards the legs. And then if we want to add in some little spinal rolls here, we can. So inhale, we lift the heels, press through the balls of the feet. Exhale, roll through a nice high plank. And then we can drop the knees, bend the knees, kind of come through a little cow pose here. So dropping the belly and then send the hips back up. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, roll through a high plank. We can also hold here, connect to the core, and then boom, press back to a downward facing dog. Those are some fun spinal rolls that really wake up the spine. And now we are coming into a wide-legged forward fold from your downward facing dog. Take one leg and step the foot up towards the top of the mat, turning to face the long edge. So spread your legs apart. That did not sound good. Ground down through the outer edges of the feet. Really grip the mat with your toes. And if we need to, we can place blocks or little things here if we can't reach the mat. Otherwise, we can have our fingertips down on the mat. And if we want, we can slowly use our exhales to let our chest fall. We can try to come down on the elbows. And if we're super open, we can reach the arms out, come down onto the arms, maybe reach to them underneath the legs, try to pull yourself through. Many, many things we can do here in wide-legged forward fold. I think it is one of the best postures. I use it in a lot of my classes. So this was number 7, opening up through the backs of the legs, nice and active here. And then for number 8, Malasana, yogi squat. Reach the chest up, carefully heel toe the feet in underneath the hips, about hip width apart, and then send the toes out to the corners of the room, releasing the hips down, bending the knees. So this posture is going to look very different in different bodies. So sometimes our heels may never ever reach the mat, depending on our anatomy, the hip joint, our own anatomy. It just is what it is. So find what feels good for you here. The only thing we're really worried about is keeping the chest lifted, sending the hips down, and finding what feels the best to you here. I do have a nice little tutorial I'll link below if you're needing some help finding comfortability in this posture. Nice big chest opener. Beautiful. This is such a lovely grounding and connecting posture as well. So this is number 8. I definitely do this one daily. I do this one when I'm doing random things around the house. When I'm cleaning, I tend to squat down in this little squat. And next we are coming onto the back for number 9 and 10. So gently release yourself from your squat. Come onto the back very carefully. And number 9 is, you guessed it, another twist. So extend the right leg long, take the left knee up, and just gently cross it over the right leg on your next exhale. Finding a little twist here, maybe gazing over the left shoulder, just allowing gravity to kind of help you. Finding a few breaths. And then whenever you're ready, come through supine to extend the left leg, reach the right knee into the chest, give it a nice little hug, and then exhale, twist to the other side. And then our final posture that we should be doing every day is our favorite, a lot of our favorites, Shavasana. So rolling back onto the back, come into corpse pose. So extend the legs long, coming into number 10. Let the feet open naturally to the sides. Lay the arms by the sides, palms face up. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath. And just come back into the breath, ending class with a nice sense of presence and some stillness. It is a great way to let all of the benefits of your yoga practice seep in, the mental and the physical benefits. So lying here in corpse pose, even just for 30 seconds or a minute, just allowing yourself that time to connect and recenter. And those are my top 10 poses that I think should be done daily for a healthy body and a healthy and strong mind. Yoga is such a mental practice as well as a physical one. And it just really helps to unite body and mind together. So I would love to know what you thought of this video, especially if you don't really practice yoga a lot. maybe you tried these out. I would love to know how they felt in your body. And I would love, love, love to practice with you again on the mat. So hit the subscribe button to practice with me daily. I offer free daily yoga, mindfulness, and meditation classes on this channel. And I would love to see you again. So have a great day, and I will see you soon. Thank you for joining me.